it is bad right now because
It is bad.
Brighton beating them like a stepchild. I mean,
Can we go back? Do we have the clip from the first episode of the season when you laughed at me because I
why?
predicted that Brighton would be in the top 4?
Well, that's going to be a big ask for Brighton. I mean, I think you should know that. I don't even. I was reading today that people are actually predicting, talking about them potentially winning the Premier League. That. I mean, we have to take it one step at a time. I don't know what Mike thinks a little bit on Brighton. That would be good to hear. But because
I mean,
we're
we're going back to the Graham Potter days with Laurent's love for Brighton, right? And the weird thing is that it was towards the end of our time together when he was Graham Potter had left. And Roberto De Zerbi comes in and we're like, all right, this guy's okay. But he went one level higher. I think Laurent has been bragging about the fact that he told Jimmy Conrad that Brighton would be in the top 10 2 seasons ago. And he's pretty much just riding that hot streak. Yeah. But yeah, there's money to be made on Brighton. And I'm enjoying some of it. Yeah. It's been an interesting ride. Watching Ansu Fati line up for them is very strange. Like, from where? Who? What?
Right.
It
almost feels like it don't make sense. It almost feels like it doesn't make sense,
Right, and that's the beauty of it, right? So I mean, I'm excited to see how he kicks on and gets more ingrained in that group. I like that he came in at the beginning of an international break, so he was able to kind of bed in a little bit. But yeah, the sky really is the limit for Brighton. Look, if Leicester can do it, then Brighton's a hell of a lot better than that Leicester team. So we'll see.
The floor is the ceiling.
It would be but essentially it would be something similar to Leicester and what they did in that time. I do agree. I think they have more talent.
To your point, I think if you look at that Leicester
finishing
season, he cuts you off too.
Oh yeah,
he cuts you off too, Chris.
He cuts everybody off.
To compare them to that Leicester team real quick though, right? Like looking at the league around Leicester when they did what they did, City was. Just uncapped. Well, they just weren't quite. They weren't Pep yet. They were Pellegrini still, right?
Pellegrini,
so
yeah.
You had that element. Arsenal was up and coming, sort of messy, it was Tottenham's to lose, and guess what happened? But every big team was down. Now compare that to today. You've got, we'll talk about United, I suppose, in a second. Chelsea's at 6s and 7s, but everybody else, there's other players in the ball game, right? You've got City still there. Arsenal looks great. Tottenham looks great. Newcastle, troubling right now, but you would think that you would peg them to finish ahead of Brighton before the season. So whereas in 7 years ago, there's plenty, there wasn't all that much. It was almost like the road was paved for Leicester to do that. Brighton's going to have a knife fight every weekend at the top of the table if they're going to do that again.